Hello, welcome everybody to Battle Pirates Crib, Eternal Fire. Um, we're going to be talking about the raid and whatever noises go on. So let me go ahead and introduce everybody from top to bottom. Kenny,
Hello, hello.
Lady Cat,
Hello.
Magic Mike,
Howdy doody.
and welcome back, Ben.
Hello, everyone.
So let's get moving with the slides. All right, no bug fixes this week. Everything's okay. So let's move on. All right. Right now we are in December raid, Eternal Fire. 12 days of Kicksmith started today, which we'll talk about in a minute. We have new FM missions next week, where I assume we're going to get the new concussive armor, and hopefully they upgrade the amount of explosive armors we're able to claim there, because right now we're only able to claim 2, and the next raid cycle is going to be concussive and explosive. So and Crappish Knot is 2019 starts, and as we see, the VXP weekend and the new building pack was supposed to be next week, but it appears that it's been moved from what I saw on Discord from Chile. So let's move on unless anybody has anything. Yep, this is the information I was talking about. We had hoped to include it in the 9.5 update, but I'll provide more info as soon as I can, most likely in the 9.51. And this is different labs and things of that nature that we can upgrade prior to the full bore OP, turrets, walls, whatever else is coming for us. So, and I assume everybody got this in their first day of
Nope.
Did you check your tokens?
I never checked my tokens. I didn't see the pop-up. Let's put it that way.
You check your tokens?
I will check my tokens.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I got this. So thank you.
Yeah. I love the fact that it came today. I always felt bad with an 8-hour change and having to spend 24 hours on it. I think this is really helpful for the raid hits, and we may decide we need to make some adjustments. And having 12 change abilities for one component, or maybe one special or armor, and then a weapon on top of it, and basically be able to do that automatically 12 times is I think it was a well-picked gift for the timing. Anybody else have any thoughts on that?
No, I'm really grateful for it. I do wish I had upgrade tokens.
yes, I did get it.
Okay.
I just didn't see that pop-up.
Okay.
The cool pop-up. I like the picture.
Yeah, I kept refreshing and looking for the pop-up and didn't think to look in the kitty. Okay, carry on.
Okay, so as far as I can tell, I saw other people complain on different pages they didn't get it, but as soon as I said check your tokens, I never got a response, so I assume they were there. So, okay, well, that's the next couple months, and as I always complain every time I go through the Siege calendar, as opposed to having it by month, if we could have it raid cycle or raid to raid. Sometimes they don't match up with the months, and then players get an idea of what to expect in preparation of their next the next raid.
Yep, because we all live for that raid.
Well,
Well, we do.
okay. I wasn't sure if you were being facetious there or not.
Well, halfway, but yeah.
Yeah.
We try to balance, the raid and the FM these
Okay.
days, and everything else now in between.
Okay.
Next.
All right. Next, Eternal Fire. Now in progress in alpha and beta. So
Yeah, how's it going, peoples?
well, I'm not sure what happened to Ozzy, but yeah, he had a few targets, and we'll get Kenny to hit a few because I have some pictures that Ozzy provided, but they appear to be a little bit dynamic. And we'll get into that in a second. As you know, they provided a strategy guide, and we'll get into the details because it appears the ships show up later, and the ships are shooting. You got 3 components going on, so and all of them are shooting at each other. So you have the Scourge, the Legion, and you. So
Get ready for a bunch of people to tell you what to do, Kenny.
no, I haven't. I'm more curious to see what it looks like. So, all right, let's move on. All right. There's a lot of different bonuses. I didn't include one in here. We have 4 new targets. The 134, which is supposed to be the auto-friendly one. The 136 is supposed to be the driving one. 505 is just a random bonus target. No blitz on that one. And a 903 co-op with 1,000,000 points and a 250K bonus per player participating. And then there's also another bonus, which I couldn't figure out how to put it in, and they didn't do a good job doing it. But if you kill the 134, the 136, the 505, and the 903, you get another 250K bonus on top of all the other ones that you do receive. So, and
Be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing them.
yeah. So, and J-Vlog just watched the guy do a 505 with only 2 Pegasus. I wonder how much damage he might have taken, but there's a rolling start on all the raids since Jesus was little, but some point soon afterwards.
Teenager. Yeah, when he's a teenager.
That each world has a different hour starting time, and this we suppose is to reduce the load on the servers. So because people were having too much lag, so I'm assuming that's the reason behind it. Alrighty. Any more thoughts on the targets or the points? The other thing is we get the Jagged Bite torpedo shards on 134 and up, and the Bladed Pinion. And the Jagged Bite torpedo is for the Riot, which is our next skirmish hall, and the Bladed Pinion for below that for the A targets, and that is for your Pegasus at this point. So. Alrighty. Any thoughts on this, anybody?
No, I need to see the targets first.
Okay. All right. Let's move on then. All right. Okay. Reports indicate. Sure. Okay. Reports indicate that the Legion-based defenses are the same as the ones we've seen before. However, reconnaissance fleets say the Scourge are delaying their attacks against our fleets, which should give you time to attack the Legion forces before the Scourge arrive. Tips: remove the high-threat Legion defenses quickly before the Scourge fleets arrive. Keep your fleet on the move to prevent it from getting overwhelmed. And the 130, what I described earlier. As we go through this, we'll see an S target, the X target, the co-op target, and whatever. In the co-op target, they do give a description that they Scourge. I haven't started, but the Scourge are going after the base stuff. And so that's what we'll get into with Kenny pretty soon. He's there. Okay. Okay. Okay, you're really robot-y. I'm not sure why. Okay. Let's move on unless anybody else has any All right, this is the 134 target, but again, you can see the ships are just starting to enter the screen, and this is all the information I have. Aussie sent me this earlier. I'm not sure where he is now, but you can see off the map in the bottom right-hand corner some ships that are off the map, and we'll see in a minute if they're going to attack. But otherwise, it looks like a very simple target. And let's see the 136, which is the driving target. Lots of fog, more directional targets with the fog cutters. And are you ready, Kenny? To
Yep. I'm ready.
okay,
I think it's a trap.
all righty. So let's take a look at the 134, and then we'll take a look at the 136.
Okay.
Again, all I've seen is those screenshots. I'm not certain if
Now, the one question I have for you is, you're supposed to attack right away, like we normally hang around and look at it first, but there's a delay in the fleets arriving supposedly, so I'm not
Okay.
sure. We might. You want to just wait till they all do their thing? Or?
yeah,
Balls
whatever.
to the wall.
Yeah, you can go in and we'll take a look and figure out what if they are attacking. I don't know. The raid doesn't start here for another hour and 50 minutes.
Wow, 30 seconds away. Somebody grabbed the one I was at.
Okay. And so all your Pegasus are in good working order. You had basically a month just to do upgrades and whatnot. Have you? Right?
Yeah, they're mostly U2, I think, and Euphoria on the flag. So they're mostly there. They're not all U4 or anything, but
Yeah, Blackbear. Yeah, if you don't have Pegasus, use the Dragoons on the lower level targets.
okay, I'm in. Can you see it? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, there's not much in this corner, is there? I guess the idea is to get started, so I will.
Ships are coming at the bottom.
Yep.
Oh, there they are.
Yep.
So you're supposed to take those out first.
No, you're supposed to take out the defenses first, but
They're delayed, so I'm going to be in. Well,
Uh-oh.
I don't think I
Comes some more
delayed that
ships.
much. Now, you lower your points by running away because you get fewer. Oh, it's
no, they don't appear to be shooting at each other. Maybe
Well, they're coming for you.
maybe it's only in the co-op targets.
yeah, because in the co-op they fought the turrets, and you could choose to just.
Yeah. So they appear to be getting along in this target. It's the co-op target, at least from the description that we'll get to in a bit, that they don't do that.
Okay, so the reason why you wanted to take out the turrets first is so it would give you room to run or maneuver.
Yeah, and this is a different approach. Yeah, because you would probably want to give yourself just start and run and give yourself more room to run, but
Yeah, they're kind of going to corner me now,
yeah.
but they're not really coming all at once, which is convenient.
Yeah.
I hate when that pop-up comes up.
I hate that bump up too.
You get close to the top of the screen, and all of a sudden you can't see your shit.
Yeah, it's not a kicksite problem, but it's a flash issue. I
For
wish that.
another,
I
for
wish
another few weeks, I hope.
Yeah. I really wish they would consider that when they're making the targets. It's the auto-friendly target, so I'm not sure if
Whoa!
Oh.
A lot of damage on that one ship.
Yeah, so that's the
Which ship? The
So
flag?
here we go again.
Yeah, number 3.
Jeez.
That is
Well,
your-
I don't know if you have the new CICs, which will heal the one ship, but it has a 50%.
He said he sent you two.
Okay, yeah. So you wouldn't have those at this point.
So let's hope tomorrow to get from Kix is 12 days of upgrades, as in 24-hour days.
Yeah, that'd be nice, but I wouldn't hold my breath.
Not holding my breath either.
And also, I wonder if there is I don't know, if there's a way to. I probably don't have enough time to escape, but to retreat and reset some of these incoming fleets. I don't know. It didn't look like you had enough time to deal with that. But yeah, the turret configuration looks fairly straightforward. It's more the issue of how you deal with the ships. And I am curious, after you kill this grouping down at the bottom, before you go to the ones that are on the other side of that little channel, I'm assuming you can't go around that island on the left that basically goes right up to the black.
I'll give it a try.
Okay. Because that might be a way to avoid ships.
I bet I don't let you.
Look at that. Half that ship is dead.
Yeah, I'm on.
Jeez.
No, it's not going to let me go that way.
Okay. Just checking.
Sorry about that.
No problem. All right. I can't see it, but what? I'm wondering if you broke up at some point as far as your formation, and that's why the third ship took. Because the way the rules work now, the first ship they encounter, they keep on firing at until the point in time that it leaves their range. So, well, you got 2 of the bladed pinions.
Oh, that's nice. 1 hour damage. I can
Yeah.
live with that.
Bladed opinions. He doesn't
I
get
can live
bladed.
with that's not terrible. 1 hour damage, I guess.
You know, that ain't.
Yeah, but for the first try now, and probably I'm guessing the rest of them are instant repair. Besides that one in the middle.
Yeah, they're either 5 or 6 minutes each. Yeah.
Really?
But
I can't see it good, to be honest.
the one in the middle, what are your CICs on your fleet? You
Well,
got
that one-
2 and 2?
There's that one with the new one for the flag, and tapered guy, wing guy, and wing guy. So 2 and 2, yeah.
3 and 1 was advantageous before. I just forget the names, but the one that gave you more range.
I think it was 3 of the Turin and 1 of the Nessus.
Oh, let's hit the next one. See if it avoids ship 3.
Okay.
Good job, Ren.
What did he got hitting that target? Did he say?
Hour and 10 minutes.
All right, let's see if we can. If this is an hour too, I'd be happy with a 2 hours of damage in a set. Every 2 hours, just do another set.
Yeah, Ren, what upgrade level are you on your ships? That might make a difference. And this is the one that's supposed to be more for driving. You see a lot of ships on the outside, and there's actually more room to play, but there's no obstacles to really hide behind and to lay them out. And also, you see that the fog cutters cut into a lot of your range here. So
It looks like there's some strategy to the fog you can use once I get the hang of this.
yeah. Well, there's also the fog cutters out there, so those might be the first targets, but it seems
Yeah,
like they're
out of
harder
there.
to get you right away. And it's interesting. Some of the ships on the right-hand side are going back and forth. They're not necessarily coming at you, so there's a little bit more delay.
Is that because he was in the fog, though? They went away?
Yeah, it looks like it. So
I'm thinking. It was what it looked like to me.
yeah, they didn't have any place to go, so they
That's when
went
it
back
came
home.
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like nothing's hitting me in the fog here.
Yeah, but you can still snipe him.
Oops, gotta keep moving.
Yeah, I don't like those red rings.
Yeah,
Red ring.
There is a joke. There is
red ring of gas.
there is a joke about that, but yeah, you're better off with the red ring than the green ring. So if anybody that knows that joke,
I have to Google that.
I was
Yeah.
thinking of the
I must be
Xbox.
too old for that one.
I don't know. One of them's lipstick, the other one's not.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Got it.
okay. It took a little prompting, but I get it now. Come on, die this time. Those little guys are tough. I hate the turrets not dying on one pass.
Yeah, and it can't really tell. You said your flag is at X1 or no?
Yeah, it's at U4 or X1.
X1. Okay, so you have the Pegasus special or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's providing. The other thing that I was normally doing in this that I can't see that you're doing is putting the flagship out just a little bit ahead.
Yeah, I'm doing that whenever I'm not being chased.
Okay, well, and it
Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to maneuver both at once.
yeah, but the other thing because it appears to be mostly accuracy-based damage here in this target. Besides the ships, when you're getting chased, is probably when you want to create that space, because then they're splash-based.
Right.
So I think this part of the strategy would be doing that.
I think I did pretty well on that one.
Okay, because you were at 1 hour and how many minutes? Do you remember?
1.5 minutes.
Okay. And what's this?
Oh, 32 minutes. That only took 30 minutes damage on that one.
Okay.
So that's not bad for three coins for a set.
Yeah, it didn't look that way, but I guess yeah.
Wow.
If you hit that target, and you took pretty even damage relative to the other one,
Yeah.
um,
So you could almost spend the entire raid on that target because I'm guessing that was almost in base repair.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That would be awesome. I'm gonna repair and try and do another one of those and see if it was.
Good. Saved me having to ask you to do that.
Yeah. Ren just posted, he just said the second target and sort of what we were discussing. So let's go back to Lady Clat, you took the slides down.
Oh, I put them back. I will put them back. up.
Okay, well, if you, yeah.
Took them off so I could watch Kenny.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm
Do
30
you want me to,
seconds
do you want me
behind.
to keep going? Just
Well,
keep going and then report
well,
in while you finish?
Yeah.
Well, I was going to get to the next, if we can get them, because the other slides might be a little bit more, the other targets might be a little bit more dangerous. So,
Yeah, I've watched them. They basically, two different people hit, and it took half of each of their Pegasus, like evenly took half of their fleet in the 900 or whatever it is.
okay. Well, this is I think the 505 is the X target, where it has the Studio. No relation to Phil Collins. That's Susudio. But, and it replaces the one in the S targets. So this one is faster firing. And down at the bottom, it said that countermeasures will be vital to your survival in this target. So, just one more click. Okay, much bigger target. And a lot of these to studios.
I'm going to be singing that song now every time I hit this target.
Yep, tis studio. So yeah. So yeah, it's countermeasures and missiles. I don't even see any of the any of the short range ones in this one. No, there's one right there. Or there's a couple in there, but easy enough to avoid. The fog is in an interesting place, right in the middle of everything. But Kenny, are you going to be up for hitting this one at this point, or should we wait a bit?
Yeah, I was just waiting for you to decide what I should do next. What am I hitting?
The 505 is next.
Okay, I'm going to repair just in case I need the entire fleet.
Okay. Alrighty. ETA, or we can cover the co-op target as well as far as on the slides. It doesn't take long.
Go ahead and do the next slide, and I'll be there. And I'm
Okay.
shortly.
Lady Cat. The recommendations from Kixeye in Discord is not to don't hit these alone, but I've seen people getting good results, and we've seen people in the YouTube chat saying the same. For maximum points, you need to inflict as much damage as possible before the Scourge clash with the Legion defenses. So, assuming they're killing each other, and that's what we've been hearing, and try to use pinch rockets to neutralize the fog cutters, which are the slow arcing missiles that come down, which are easily avoidable in most conditions, but I have not seen what's going on here. So, are you ready? Ready, Kenny?
Yeah, 20 seconds outside.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll switch over to you at this point. And this is not the co-op target. This is the X target, also called the bonus target. So, you get pop-ups at the weirdest times.
Oh, I hit that myself. I was checking to see if I got my million.
Okay.
Not that I don't trust Kixeye or anything.
Yeah. It's all good.
Okay, so this one, they're right. You have to attack right away from what I can tell. Otherwise, this isn't. I guess this isn't the one I was watching. Must have been the higher level one.
The co-op target, yeah.
Yeah, and they did it solo for half their fleet. Now, half their fleet's a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
Considering it's a co-op target, it doesn't sound that bad.
Yeah. And were you able to just breeze by turrets before and kill them pretty quickly, or is that?
Yeah, I just one pass,
Hmm.
they'd all die. This one is surviving my pass, which is annoying.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, Ben.
Bet you they upped the armor on the turrets because of that new special that was in Pillage.
Yeah, which was completely optional because you need to have upgraded up to X1 in order to even get that special.
No?
No, you didn't.
Are you talking about the CIC or which? Oh, you're talking about that special. That special didn't really do as much as the one that you put on the flagship is the one I was talking about.
Get into it here.
Oh, I got in the red circle. That was bad.
Well, just don't stay long there.
Yeah, just gotta get out of there.
No, the missile circle was around me. That usually adds 10 minutes damage right away. I mean, as soon as you have a red circle form around you, you screwed up.
Yeah.
That's tricky right there. That where they have all four of them firing at you. That's gonna be a bitch on your countermeasures.
Yeah.
I mean, if there was a pinch point at any point, that appears to be where I can't really see your damage indicator from where I'm watching at this point in time. But I'm just curious, did you take a lot of damage taken on all?
They're all taking even, and they're about 1/8 damage, I guess.
Okay.
I'll see, I'm scrolling through the ships now. They're all about even. But I don't know exactly what I took in that one moment.
Once we get through things, is there anybody that's willing to do a little dragooning?
I'm on hotspot on my phone.
Okay.
I'm also willing to do it too.
Well, I was trying to see if there's any volunteers. Yeah, yeah. Because I know Mike likes to sometimes hit the lower level.
The special
He likes them young.
No, they're old.
Oh, come on.
The old target.
My raid doesn't start for an hour and a half.
Okay, see, yeah, there you go.
Hefe, the special I was thinking of is the lethal strike warheads.
Okay, yeah.
It
Which is
does
the minimal? I'm sorry, go ahead.
It does more penetrative reload and pen damage than the other option.
But it's not significant, is it?
It's like
I saw the numbers.
It's
I just don't know
like
if
10 and it's like 10 and 10 or 10 and
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know if that's significant or not.
More what I was thinking, what is the CIC that you put on the flag when you get to X1? That's the one that's the one I was thinking of as far as more of a game changer because it provides an aura that impacts the whole fleet.
But that wasn't for
This is going to be ugly.
Yeah, this is not going to be a good amount of points for the amount of trouble it is. And it's a huge target.
Sure is.
It's
Yeah.
taken all that.
But you're is it shooting or your Batwing's just out of range?
It's shooting.
Now you got to run that gauntlet, but you don't want to do that with those ships coming after you. You'd be toast.
Yeah, and they're all following me this time. This is not the prettiest attack I've ever done. Oh, and of course, run away when they're about to die. At least there is lots of room to turn and run.
Mm-hmm.
But they're overtaking me, even though I have the hypers and everything on here. So they've got superior speed turbines.
Okay, and so that might explain. Did you have the hypers on last time, or yes,
Yeah.
or no? Okay. I'm just wondering because I was scared to transfer over to the Hyper 30s because you did gain 30% more combat speed, but you were losing damage.
Yeah, which is why the turrets are probably surviving too long.
Yeah.
Jesus is a big target.
That's
Yeah.
This isn't worth. How much am I getting for all this trouble?
15 minutes of fame.
I meant points.
Well, hopefully it doesn't take you 15 minutes to hit the target either. To hit this, you are getting the bonus target is 500,000, and it provides you the ability to get another 250,000 bonus after you hit the 134, the 136, this target, and the 903 co-op.
jeez.
It's going to take half my fleet to do this. There's an awful lot of firing happening in this corner here too.
Yeah, this looks like the one that probably has the trick associated with it. I haven't.
Now, I wonder if you can snipe some of those from the cloud.
I don't see any opportunities. Maybe one in that corner over there. But the stupid part is those nasty red circle guys can see you even when you're sitting in the cloud. So half the time when you think you can snipe, they see you anyway. What's the logic there? No, nobody else can except those one turret. They won't tell everybody else.
Well, they don't really tell. That's the weird part. They don't tell everybody else.
Yeah,
Until the missile lands.
right. Oh,
Yeah.
then everybody knows.
Then everybody knows once you're inside of that circle.
Oh, I didn't know that was an additional aspect of being hit.
Well, that's why they're called fog cutters.
Oh, okay. I just never wanted to get hit. So because you can see the red appear when the red circle appears around you.
Yeah.
It's that harmful.
So you know it's firing.
Well, I don't waste no time either.
Yeah, see right where you can snipe,
Yeah.
the
That's
red
great.
circle appears. It's like, I dare you to stay here and snipe. Well, given that these are expert designers in the, like, if you were going to put sensors and, real life, somebody can snipe here, I'm going to make sure you can't.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you put your heat sensing boys or whatever they're using.
But a lot of the old targets, you could find, once you spend a little time, you could find some dead zones. And
Yeah.
I haven't
I don't
gone.
know. I don't understand why they have fog at all if you can't use it. It's like
That's what I'm saying. There were small little dead zones before, so I'm not sure. You're running through this target pretty quickly because people are watching, but it wouldn't surprise me if you were doing it later that you might not find this like little dead zones where you could park and do something useful. And that's what we saw in some of the previous targets.
that was pretty even damage.
4 hours.
Oh, it was mostly penetrative. So those missiles I couldn't shoot down, like as many as were coming in, because I got rid of a bunch of my countermeasures, unfortunately. 1% corrosive, 3%,
Pen, okay.
and got 500,000 for my trouble,
Mm-hmm.
and 2 hours damage. So it's definitely not worth the bonus round.
Yeah.
What's the
I
point?
am surprised watching it. The damage levels are. Does anybody else think when he comes out that the damage is going to be higher than?
I thought it was higher than that.
Yeah.
I would have thought it was higher than that.
Yeah. So I don't know. Are you up for hitting the 903 at this point, or should we skip on to some other stuff and then?
I'll go back. Well, I guess I don't need to go back. I'll hit one.
Okay. No, I'm just either way, because we can go back to the slides or.
No, let's do it. As soon as okay, I guess. Where's my ship? There he is. He's taking his time coming back. Okay.
Because this is the one where they're going to start killing each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a reasonably even number of hours. I hate losing like 15 minutes. I know, miser and all.
Yeah. Well, especially if it's 1 minute, for
Oh,
extra.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. 903.
903, yeah. See, now if you hit this one, you're going to get two 250K bonuses. So you're going to get one for the target and one for the targets that you've already hit. So you're going to get 500,000 in bonuses.
If I can complete it.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe.
And the other thing is, I wish Aussie, because Aussie was hitting ones. It doesn't have a retreat button. We saw the target earlier. Does not have a retreat button. And from what I see, if there's fog in it, and if you hit the fog, they're going to see you right at the beginning. Then they're going to start killing each other. I don't really know how the...
Yeah, I did see this one a couple of times already, and I know
Okay.
you run right at the turrets right away because see them coming in.
Yeah. But
they're interested in fighting the turrets,
Mhm.
but they'll fight you if you're in range.
Yeah.
But you can basically get them to do a lot of fighting and helping to complete the target. Now you're losing some of the million points, of course,
Yeah.
because you're not doing the killing, but I think it's worth it just to complete the target.
Yeah. And the
And crash.
oh no.
Oh,
Well, hopefully they're playing with each other at this point in time.
No, right now they're driving straight at me and I'm losing valuable points.
oh.
But I think I'll be moving before they get to me. But I'm losing the ability to kill a bunch of turrets before they get there. I'm wondering if you could hide in the corner and just go with the bonuses.
Now you got a pop up to deal with as well, probably.
Yeah.
2 pop-ups.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, they were.
They hurt you.
Yeah, they're sort of.
Oh yeah, they hurt one of the ships.
hurt
Oh,
you.
that's my pop-up. 2 pop-ups.
Nice.
Feel like they're chasing me into this corner here. So they force you down this nasty alley. But yeah, I've already taken about a third of the ship's damage. Already taken. No, that's not too bad. It's better than the guy that I watched at this point.
Nasty Alley.
And who knows
Yeah.
that you crashed.
I just drove down Nasty Alley.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that was somebody's name.
Kirsty.
No,
Yes.
but you can choose how much you interact with the target or not. You notice?
Yeah. You could probably go in the fog right now and then let them duke it out until
Yeah. And you're losing some of that million points, but you're still going to get the 2 bonuses.
Yeah. Except for they seem to have a limited reach, because you see the ones that are over there.
These guys are going in a circle here, so I'm going to have to take them out.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the other ones are distracted.
It looks like they're just going in circles fighting that one turret. They're taking a long time to take down for giving how damaged they were. But it's going to be not too bad for a co-op target solo. They're not too interested in finishing this target, are they? Oh, and of course they're going to fire. The turret's going to fire at me, even though they've been. Oh, well. I think I left a silo or something back there, but soon find out. Yep. So, looks like about the same, less damage than the one I just did.
And you had the crash.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't think I took a lot of damage during the crash, so I can't blame too much on it.
and those ones that are on the left just circling, you probably could have sent out one ship,
Oh, and avoided all the splash damage.
and or more. No, I'm saying lured them back into the fog.
Oh. Wow, that's
So-
true. That didn't seem too bad. Wow, all corrosive damage, 6%.
So you got it all from the ships.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got 500,000 for the set bonus. And an odd number of points, so 923.
Okay. Oh, 923 out of the million.
Yeah,
So that's not awful, because you let them,
That's not horrible.
you let them duel it out for a bit.
yeah.
So
And the damage is 1 hour 41. That's not too bad.
okay.
And I can probably do better than that.
Well, it's your first shot at it, so yeah, I think you could.
The
Alright.
So that was the 903 that gave, and it didn't give me the second 250. I don't think. Oh,
We'll give you 500.
maybe I didn't get 923. Subtract another 250 for this guy here.
Yeah.
Did I get two 250s?
Well, you got one 250 for hitting that target. The 903, you get a bonus for it all by itself.
Yeah.
And then you get another one because you completed 134, 136, 505, and the 900.
Okay. So I didn't get 923. I got like 680 or 700 of the million.
Okay. Still not awful, but yeah.
No. I'm not complaining for once.
Well, especially if it's, sort of, just sort of looking at the targets.
That one I think we can do for base instant and just grind it out if you don't want to spend any time or coins. It looks like that was possible to drive well enough to pay base instant.
Mm-hmm.
That would be pretty good.
Okay.
Which one was that? 134?
Let me check. I forget.
I
It
can't.
was I think it was the 136, wasn't it?
I can't see it on my screen, to be honest with you.
Yeah, 136 was the one that I think is drivable
Okay.
to base repair.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the one that's supposed to be drivable. So let's move on to the next slide, Lady Cat. All right, and we saw that. And select prizes. So the Riot, how many points do you have right now, Kenny?
Let me check.
2.5 million or about there?
Yeah, 2.423. Yeah.
Okay. So he ran through one set and took some damage, didn't need a coin, probably could have still got it done in, easily within a day. And 6-day raid, again, I think everybody's going to improve as we see the targets and start to understand them a little bit better. So you do that twice and you have enough, at least for the, the main hall. And it's another 5 million for the special and the weapon. So I just wanted everybody to see the cost of all this stuff.
So bare minimum, if you just want the new stuff, it's 9 million.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Bare minimum.
Which isn't too bad considering I have 2.5.
Yeah.
So that's 1/4 of the way there. So you can anybody that without coining can probably get all the top gear.
Yeah, and especially you saw like the 136 look like a specialty target that you could probably instant repair and churn up some points. Reason I put this out there is to people know that the Thunderclap and the Chimera heavy scattergun are available, as well as all the stuff at the top is the new prizes. We'll get into more details and the rest of it now. All right, we saw there was upgrade kits. The upgrades on the right-hand side, they appear to be quite substantial as far as explosive survival, depending on how well you think explosive survival works. Considering that you're going to get plus 18,000 per ship at U3 when you start at 2,000. Yeah. So, well, let me step back. The Riot is our next tier 8.5 skirmish hull. It fires torpedoes. It's as opposed to depth charges, which we've seen historically. Does not appear to be a sub in any way. It doesn't surface or whatnot. And it's faster than what we've seen recently, but not by much. It starts off with a base combat speed of 42, while we've normally been seeing something around 32 to 35. Has 4 armor slots and 10 weapon slots. The top 2 on these ships are countermeasure underwater. The rest of them are purely underwater, which means you can only put torpedoes, basically. The torpedoes that come with it are the limited ones. And if we look at on the right, we see these special abilities. We see stacking concussive survivability. And we see the junk jet. I don't know if this is an homage to Hefe's junk. I'm not sure. But I'm assuming, because we're doing it with torpedoes, that the jet is explosive. They don't really specify. And I also assume the firing angle of 36% is coming off the front of the ship. Salvo of 20, a reload time of 1. I should have done the math on that for everybody, but the reload time of 1 is, once you get it skulled, it's going to go down to 2.5. But that salvo of 20 means that you are going to add on. Whoops, that's not right. 19 times 0.02. No, 0.2. So you're going to add 3.8 seconds purely in the salvo thing. So you're going to fire that's going to fire about every 4 seconds, just to the huge salvo numbers. Because the way you calculate cycle time is you take the salvo, subtract 1, and then multiply it by 0.2 seconds. And so you're going to end up with 3.8. So improving the reload of the junk jet is not going to do you any good. It's the salvos that are going to cause the issues. And you need to, at least as far as the survival numbers, depending on how much you trust them in any way, these are, you need to have a full fleet within 40 to make it work. So at least until you get to U3 or whatever. Anybody else have any thoughts on the Riot?
Is it firing backwards? Is that why like it's not side. It's going to be because it says something about who trail and its deadly wake. I assume it's going to shoot behind it.
I don't know. I'm not sure where. I'm missing the part where it's firing from behind.
Built-in junk jet, firing angle 36 degrees. So unlike the wing jets we're dealing with now, it's going to shoot in some direction.
I'm assuming the fire angle is 36 is just 18 on each side, so a very narrow angle. I don't see anything that provides any directionality.
No, there isn't a direction on it, but it says in the description, "Woe to enemies who trail in the riot's deadly wake."
Oh, okay, okay, yeah, no, that makes
So
sense.
I'm thinking it's trying to get the ships to chase it and shoot behind it at anybody
Mhm.
chasing
Yeah, and its junk is just trailing out behind.
it. Yeah, that's just my guess.
No, it makes sense. No, that makes sense. I completely agree with you on that.
Nobody ever reads the color text.
No, I do, but the party boat excels it, and then I just gave up.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I'm gonna go with you here. I read it 3 times, never made it through the entire thing until I
Yeah.
read that.
I got as far as deafening music, and then I gave up.
yeah, and then I went and looked up Quiet Riot and figured out Quiet Riot was a Canadian band. Realized it wasn't a Canadian band, and it was like, okay. And I didn't get to that last part that you read, which is a good insight. So I'm assuming that it's it's the trailing junk that's firing all this stuff. So yeah. And Damnation agrees. Yes, the built-in fires backwards. So yes. So yeah, makes sense. And the additional speed makes sense on this. All right, unless anybody has anything else. And the range is 88, and it has a splash. And I guess we're assuming it's explosive, but the range is the same as your torpedoes. So let's move on. The Bone Skewer is the new torpedo that you get for 2.5 million. It's pretty much identical to the Jagged Bite, which you get from shard drops in the targets. It does about 12.5% less damage than the other ones do, but otherwise identical.
I like
So-
the artwork.
Mhm.
Looks cool.
And see if Kenny is does it mean anything that's shaped out of reconstituted bone paste?
Then it's going to dissolve in seawater, so it's really
Yeah, well, there's a lot of calcium in both, so yeah, it's hard to say. But okay, and then so the recommendation is there's really no reason to put this one on if you're maxed out on the Jagged Bite, which we were able to get shard drops in the last raid and in this raid. So let's move on. The Blister Hot Blast Bay. Couldn't find anything really good to compare it to. It's adds 30% critical chance to, if you're at R31 or whatever, you're at 13% critical. And then it adds an additional 50% onto the critical. So it's lightweight, only 8%. So it's not, a lot of people don't like the critical chance stuff, but I see it making sense to me. Anybody else have any thoughts on this one?
No, I like the critical chance stuff.
the uncertainty is part of the fun.
Yes.
It is kind of fun. I do have it on one of my ships, and you think you're in trouble because there's 3 of them, and all of a sudden 2 of them just sink to the bottom immediately. It's like, oh, critical.
Yeah, well, the critical doubles the damage, so that would be plus 100. So it's adding another 50% over a base critical. So if you didn't have this and you were R&D 30 or whatever, you have like a 12 or 13, I forget the exact number, 12 or 13% of chance of doubling your damage. So this is doing, I'm assuming you add 30 to the, we'll call it 13. So you have a 43% chance of doing 250% damage. So for 8% weight, it doesn't seem bad to me.
I like it.
Okay. And you like the artwork, so let's move on.
I don't like the artwork on the other one better, but
Okay.
I'll be functional, not fashionable.
Okay. All right. Now we're getting into some PvP stuff. The Onslaught engine. I try to compare it to the Speed System 6, and I threw the Ballistic Sync Drive in there, even though I know the Ballistic Survival doesn't work, just because it has some better combat speed and turn speed numbers, but only slightly. This is a limited engine. I don't know what the ultimate limit is. I'm assuming it's unlimited as far as total ownership. I think you can only earn 5 in this one.
It doesn't sync though, so you need 5 of them or you need none of them. That's annoying.
Well, this is PvP, so people might not want everything slowed down to the the slowest.
Actually,
okay, you can earn up to 10 of them in this raid.
How much does it cost?
1.5 million.
Okay, it's faster, better, and stronger. So I thought it might be 6 million.
Okay. Yeah, but if you're going to claim 10 of them, that's 15 million for
Jeff
2
got
fleets.
it.
yeah. It took me a minute.
Oh,
I didn't get it. He's too young.
Yeah, 6 million. Yeah, it is. Yes.
Steve Austin. Okay.
Yes. All right. Let's see what the next
Okay.
Even though I'm surprised it has an old school, let's go back. It has like an old school turbine. This looks like some sort of electric engine that you would get when you were in like, I don't know, 7 or 8 years old, that you would put to either side of a C-cell battery to get it to run. It's sort of the way it looks. But yeah. As far as the mechanics of this one, I don't. It does not look high tech to me, and I'm surprised it's creating this level of performance. So, all right, and we can move on now. All right, it's the ECM dampener. Powerful combination of Agility System 4 and Shielded Circuitry. As we look across,
Tier 7. Oh, Shielded Circuitry. Never mind.
yeah, I'm comparing it to what they talked about. The evade bonus, the Agility System has 50, we'll call it 50%. So it has 15% less evade. Tactical field resistance, was it 40, 50, 15% again. But for some reason, it has 5% more slow resistance and stun resistance. I could still see it as being quite useful in your PvP endeavors, because you're also saving a special spot. So,
I like it.
and you're not going to, a special spot in my heart. I don't know. I don't know, but you're going to save one doing this, and so, I don't know. Does anybody have any thought on the ECM dampener?
Nah. I don't like PvP, so.
I'll use it.
Okay. Rand's got the 136 now for 30 minutes. Damnation is doing the 903 for 20 minutes.
Awesome. So this
And,
sounds like
and Bill is asking for real. I assume what that means. I don't know what the kids speak nowadays.
I'm just glad that it sounds like the raid's going to be doable. Hopefully they don't up any damages and change things around too much. Let us have a good Christmas raid.
Yep. And do we have any more slides?
I don't know. Do we? Nope.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, I'm going to
Gotta
post.
change. It should be on the next world now too, right?
You're gonna make me edit it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, if you're gonna play the marquee, it has to be right.
Okay. I'll stop the marquee then.
Well, that's your option.
All right. And let me post the link in case anybody would like to join the show. So I posted the link in the bottom right corner on your YouTube, if in case anybody would like to join the show. Otherwise, we're going to run off to the after show. So it's your choice. If you want to have any questions that want to go live, otherwise, because we've done our hour, we've done our time. So, and I still don't know what happened to Aussie. Hopefully he's okay. So,
Oops.
he's giving you a call.
Wall attack.
Yeah. So, alrighty. Does anybody have any parting words?
Yes, do the Turrets of Terror campaign.
Okay. Just for the two.
Yep, they stack and get pooled in the FM tokens, and remember, building upgrades are coming up. So,
Okay. And what are you using?
I did it with my Praetorian fleet auto
Okay. Auto, and you ran through the whole thing with.
map repair.
Okay, so you were map, and you're running 5 or you're running 1?
5.
Okay.
Because
And you had a map repair how often?
at the end of the prize pack.
Okay. And, I'm just trying to get it out there for people as far as, what their expectations should be. So, alrighty. Well, if nobody wants to has any more, we'll be back on Friday. We'll have Battle Pirates next week, and I think a bonus. So, and we'll probably be much better at hitting these targets. And we'll still have 4 more days to hit targets after that. So, show up on Friday, and links to the right-hand side in case you'd like to join us. And have a great raid and a pleasant evening.
Good night, everybody.
Later, people.
Night, everyone.
Good night.
See ya.